Mic check. There we go.
Okay.
What's poppin', what's cracking? It's your host from the West Coast, Jenna, aka J all day.
What's rolling and what's shit? Damn. I'm gonna think of something, but y'all know who it is. Don't act like y'all know.
Oh god, here we go. Okay, so first and foremost, I have to give a shout out to Sophie Page.
What's up, Sophie Page?
Yeah, she is a big listener. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's not 18 and over, but I'm still giving her a shout out because I don't got anywhere else to do it.
Okay, I feel.
I mean, her dad hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
so like,
yeah,
it makes
good.
sense.
Yeah, if he could.
And she can just hear the beginning of it, and then she can turn it off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not that bad on it
We're
yet,
not that bad.
but there's gonna be some time where we probably gonna be out of pocket.
True.
I mean, we out of pocket almost every day. Look I already forgot to put this up. See, it's just too many things going on. You know what I mean?
It's all good. It's all good.
Let's get this.
These topics. Ooh,
I know. Let's start with
What's up?
new snack alert.
Mm.
Okay, so you know those sprinkles, like the sprinkles that you can put on stuff?
Yeah.
Well, there's like flavored sprinkles now.
I thought that was always flavored.
No, I didn't know about the flavor. It's new to me.
So is it just raw sugar that we eat?
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's different colored sprinkles or like the glitter sprinkles, it all tastes like the same sprinkle shit.
Exactly.
Right. So this one, there's actually going to be a birthday cake flavor.
No.
Yeah, and then a blueberry vanilla. It's McCormick.
Wow, McCormick.
I know.
Look at you. Flavor
See?
game. Okay. All right.
Dope, right?
Yeah, we just need somebody to go in there and crack it open and see if it really tastes like that. Birthday
Yeah,
cake.
they were saying you can put it on waffles, sugar cookies, smoothies, cupcakes,
I'm already-
milkshakes,
My blood already hurt.
cookies.
My
That's
blood
it
hurt.
already?
Yeah. My blood hurt.
Anyways, so that's new
This is
snack
fine.
alert.
Mm.
Okay, so what are we getting into?
So let's talk about this first out the gate.
Go
I've
for
been
it.
wanting to talk about this.
What?
When we be riding back down the street, right?
Uh-huh.
We see all these apartment complexes and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. Like, do you ever just think like what's going on in that apartment?
Every day of my life. I actually wonder, the first thing that comes to mind is I wonder who's doing what drugs in what apartment.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, any apartment, if it's more than, well actually even if it's 2 or 3 or 4,
Yeah.
you still don't really know what people are doing in their
You never
apartments.
know.
What do you think about?
Like, I'll just be riding past some of these apartment complexes, like, who do they got tied up in here?
Yes.
Like, who?
Like what kind of shady shit are they doing?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Like, is El Chapo living in one of these apartments with just 100
It's
keys
for real.
and hundreds of millions of dollars?
It's like you never know who you're living next to.
You never know.
Right, like you. Like the series You, right?
Okay, yeah, I was talking about me.
No, not you. I live with you. I didn't live next door to you. I actually live with you.
Whip in the water. Whip in the water.
No, I was thinking like, you made me lose my train of thought.
Are you talking about the series You?
Oh yeah, okay.
You never know.
So yeah, You. I mean, he didn't seem like a normal guy. Let's get that straight.
Come on, the
He was
first one.
fucking-
I thought he was normal. Like the first one.
No, I never thought he was normal. He looks just off.
I mean,
He looks off. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type of person that like any like white male like that, they kind of freak me out a little bit.
I mean,
It's just the stigmatism behind it. I get it, like, you know, but it's just a little. He just seemed off. You know
yeah,
what
I mean, like,
But-
like if a guy is staring at you and just looking at you without blinking for 2 minutes straight, then yeah, he's
It's not
definitely
even that. I
just
felt like he
staring
took
at
a lot of time to answer questions. Like, you'd be like, hey, how's your day going? And then he'd be like, because in his head, he has a whole conversation going on, like, your eyes are so beautiful. I wish I could tell you what I did and who I was, but I can't. But then, you know what I mean? I'd be like, hello,
Yeah.
are you going to answer me? Or are you not going to answer me?
I feel you.
But yeah, you never know.
Never know.
And how many times has there been like in the news and stuff about like just normal people, normal day to day, was a teacher, next thing you know, like crazy shit,
What up, dude?
child pornography,
Yeah,
like
loads of it.
I just, you know what I also think about? Skyscrapers, right?
Yeah.
So back in the Bay, when I used to live in Frisco, I used to drive in either on 6th Street or come over the Bay Bridge, and I would look off into like the high-rise buildings, and you know how you'd see like someone's light on if they're home. I always wanted to catch like a murder scene.
Really?
Yes.
Like I would. Really wanted to catch.
I mean, like really, I didn't want anyone to die, but I wanted to be like, oh my god, now I have to go and like find the apartment, and I gotta find
and
like.
You'll be the next victim.
Maybe, like, but it would be my hero moment, and I really do want a hero moment like that.
That's crazy.
And what a crazy story would that be?
That would be a crazy story, but I'm not about to go up there.
I wouldn't either, but at least I would.
You just said you gotta go find the apartment.
No, I would find the apartment, but I would have to do like detective work.
I'm gonna count from the floor up. That's 1, 2.
Hell
You was on
nah.
the 18th floor in that window. That's what
I would even have to find the apartment. Because if I mean, not the apartment, the building. Because if I'm going over the Bay Bridge, I can see the building, but I don't know which building it actually fucking is.
It's a skyscraper, you know what it is.
You know what I'm talking about.
Jeez.
Not all skyscrapers.
Jeez.
Don't get on my nerves right now.
Jeez.
So I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, just have some kind of like interesting Sherlock Holmes.
No, I feel you.
Kind of detective work.
That'd be amazing.
You know? I was one of those kids. I would like sneak into like people's houses that like weren't home for a couple weeks or whatever. Like there was this one house in particular. I was with one of my old homies, and we were young, like bored, and so it looked like an old person's house. And we went in because no one ever was there.
That's called B&E, but keep going.
This was years ago, before all that stuff, when kids were kids. We snuck in the window, and we like looked around, and it was so creepy.
So against the law.
Can I tell you how creepy this was though? It was like 2 twin beds.
What?
Yeah, full. It was like completely bed made, everything not touched. Looked like nobody's been there for weeks.
I mean,
but we thought for sure we'd find a dead body. So that's really why we went in there.
Yeah.
But then we climbed
But
out.
like, what would you tell the police though that they like would have came in there and they found y'all? Freeze! Oh, we thought it was somebody with a dead body in here. We didn't know what was going on. Well, that's when we broke in.
Yeah, probably. We probably think of some slick shit.
We thought they was dead.
And we were honestly, officer, we were making sure that these people were safe. Their safety was our first concern, and we live nearby. And we just never see anybody go in and out. I mean, really, we didn't take anything. We didn't touch anything. We just went through a window. I mean, you shouldn't be leaving your windows open, you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Because Ezel broke in everybody girl.
You know it.
Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
I feel you, babe. Still breaking in every window, but that's good.
I was just kidding. I mean, look at Stand By Me. That movie, classic. They broke and entered and everything. You know what I mean? Men's Society.
Good point.
Boys in the Hood.
Hey, good point.
I mean, all of these are perfect examples of what kids do when they're young. They just fuck around, you know? I've always wanted to live my life like a movie.
Living on the edge. Find bodies.
And I've always wanted to be a witch.
Have
you ever had something? A warlock?
Yeah.
Like for real, are you talking
We've had this conversation before.
We have?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Remind me.
Me.
I want to be a warlock. I don't remember when the conversation was, but I definitely want to
What's
be magic.
a warlock? Don't look at me like that either. You don't look like me like I just was the second coming of Jesus.
I believe you don't know what a warlock is.
Well, it's like, I don't think I don't know. Well, I don't know what powers. Does it have powers?
It's like a male witch.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess I never called him a warlock.
What would you
I'm thinking of like, I don't know, a witch? Because like, why does a witch have to be female?
I mean...
Or no, a sorcerer. That's what I would call
them.
them.
You think about Gandalf, ain't that his name?
I totally am thinking, well, when you said a warlock, I'm thinking of Lord of the Rings. And they're hairy and they look like elves.
Oh, that's a garden gnome. No.
That's a garden gnome.
That's a garden gnome.
Yeah, I guess, or warlocks, don't they have teeth?
Trina just farted.
I heard that.
Uh,
You think she's on your side?
I know, I haven't smelled all that. Just lost my train of
A
thought.
warlock, isn't it like a troll?
No.
Man.
We gotta Google this to make sure I'm right.
We'll Google it right now.
Yeah, let's Google it right now.
Because I swear a warlock I thought was like teeth.
I think it's a
Someone's yelling at the podcast right now like, that's not a warlock.
Right.
Or that's a warlock.
Right.
Let's What's a warlock? Let's see.
Oh.
A warlock, a man who practices witchcraft. See, you were right.
Yeah.
That would definitely. Oh, but there's female warlocks.
So it's a higher power witch?
Where the hell did you get that from?
Wow.
What's the difference between a wizard and a warlock? How about that? Wizards are males who tend to. That's another word I would have used. A wizard.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But it's the same thing. Wizard and warlock.
Yeah, that's both. I never really thought of a warlock being the. But okay, so who tend to deal? Wizards are males who tend to deal in general magic, with an emphasis on good magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warlocks,
And then, except for the dark wizard. That's not good magic. That's bad magic. Okay.
Oh, man.
Warlocks are males who deal with black, dark, or evil magic. So you want to be an evil witch?
Yeah.
Really? No, you're not. You like Marvel movies entirely too much to be an evil person.
Okay, first of all,
I would be an evil
spectrums.
person. I'm not just saying, but you like ultimately good heroes. That's what you like.
But Thor is like Thor.
He's just an asshole hero.
First of all, Thor is a god, the god of thunder. And we're not let me see. I like Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos was dope.
I guess you do like him, but mostly everybody else. Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man's DC. I think it did.
I'm not talking about Marvel, DC versus wizard shit. I'm just talking about in general. You like more the hero type than the villain, but you do like Joker.
Yeah, but he's not a villain. He's a good guy.
No, he's technically a villain.
From the last movie, I'm going to give him a good guy.
You can't switch up Joker. Joker's mad and doesn't know how to handle his emotions, and he's mad at the world, so we can't get into that right now.
This podcast is heated. This episode getting real. I fucking like unicorns, too. There he does.
I had no idea. So female equivalent counterpart would be to a warlock is a witch. So you're right.
Yeah.
Warlocks still, I think, have long hair, though, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to go with that.
All right, cool.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool with me.
All right, cool.
So, yeah.
Well, now everyone
What's
knows.
that?
Yeah, there's this movie called The Craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely like, I think it's the 90s, definitely 90s movie. And they do this part where it's about some mean girl shit, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie, though. Have you ever seen it?
Before.
Okay, so you remember the part where they're on the ground, they have a sleepover, right? And she's like, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah.
I prayed to the gods above that when I did that at sleepovers, and technically, like, really, sleepovers was only me and a dog that I usually owned at the time, but I prayed that, like, I could lift somebody up. Like, all I wanted to do was levitate. Later on, I found out that was more of the devil's work, but I just would give a lot to have powers.
Yeah.
Like Matilda.
Yeah, Matilda.
Matilda was tight.
Yeah, she was tough. Matilda was tough.
Bewitched, she was tight, but I can't do the nose thing. Like, I couldn't even wiggle my nose if I tried.
I'm trying to remember.
It's hard.
Like, I'm about to sneeze.
But, man, to be a witch, what other cool witches are there?
The one witch.
There's a
from Wizard of
genie.
Oz.
I'm not good with
Oh my
this.
God, a dog too.
No, that's the, what was that witch called?
Wicked Witch of the East.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And her sister was from, I don't know.
The West?
I guess.
What's saying?
What's side?
Man, I don't even know. So was the good witch from the... I'm going to go with West, because West Coast is the best coast. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, shout out to everybody in the East Coast. I love you back, but just got to keep it real. No snow, except for here. Washington is like the only fucking place I know on the West Coast. Well, shit. Nobody told me when I moved here that it was going to snow.
Oregon.
Well, I went on in Oregon. I didn't move to Oregon. But no one mentioned the snow when I... Go to Seattle. It's just like the Bay.
Remember that day you told me when you first got here, you're like, I'm like, babe, it's going to snow up there. You're like, no, it don't snow up there.
I totally said that. I was like, oh, it doesn't snow on the inner city. It's on the actual outer city that it snows.
Like, okay,
he's like, right. yeah, sure, okay.
You got it.
And then when it actually started snowing, I swear, that was like one of the hardest weeks of my life.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was really tough. Like, remember in my old apartment in the dip?
That roller coaster ride? Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
So yeah, the dip is like,
Yeah.
it was like, I was waiting for you to explain it, but I'll explain it.
Oh, the traumatizing dip, the roller coaster.
So if you didn't clean it out, like you already, it was just a super steep, tiny hill that you would like go out of, and my parking garage was underneath. So if you got in it, your car would be safe. Cool, no snow on your car, everything cool. But to get out, there's no possible way.
It's the equivalent of walking up steps, but you're driving. That's the way I can put that.
Yeah. And so the manager of the place didn't put salt down.
Nothing.
Didn't even take it out. Like nobody was prepared. Everybody that's listening that was in Washington last time. Yeah. Can you hit that switch, please? Thank you.
Flip.
Yeah, last time no one was prepared.
True.
But it was the first time that I ever saw snow like that in my entire life.
It was a lot. Hey, you handled yourself good though.
I think I did too.
You did real good.
I'm a survivor though. I'm gonna see through. I just really don't like being so cold.
Yeah, it's brick out there today.
Whew. It's so cold.
Brick.
For no reason at all.
Yeah.
Here's another thing I'm gonna add to it. So I want to ask you, because I think I'm gonna. Well, I'll ask you. What is your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal? Oh man, so many choices.
I know. It is a very hard question.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Why do you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Because, I mean, it's just like perfect. Like you eat the cereal's already good. Then you got cinnamon milk after that, which is like makes it even better. And then if you put like, what you call it, like almond milk, like vanilla almond milk in there with the cinnamon milk.
Yeah.
Crack. Amazing. So good. You can't go wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It gets too soggy for me. Too fast.
Eat quick. It's like puffs with those frog things. Smacks.
I don't like Smacks. I mean, I'll eat any cereal really, but I prefer cereal that doesn't get soggy hella fast.
Like Captain Crunch. I hate Captain Crunch.
I love Captain Crunch.
I love it
so much.
What's your favorite cereal?
That's also a very hard question for me. So I think Captain Crunch is gonna be my favorite, my number one.
Really?
But a close number two is Frosted Flakes, because there's something about Frosted Flakes with milk.
I'm eating Honey Nut Cheerios over Frosted Flakes.
What?
Yeah.
I think this might be the only thing we've ever really disagreed on.
Ew, Frosted Flakes, they just hit different when they get soggy.
But they don't. No, those are so fucking fire to me. And then I love Fruity Pebbles. But an OG cereal that nobody knows about is O's.
That's some cheap shit on the bottom shelf.
No, it's not. It's some stoner shit, actually. Because you can let that shit sit in a bowl for like 30 minutes and it's still not soggy.
That's like King Vitamins.
Ew.
Exactly. You don't know what it is. King Vitamins are good.
But we're talking about cereal just now.
That's still cereal. King Vitamins are cereal.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I don't even know what O's are.
I thought you were talking about like actually those vitamins, the chewy vitamins. No. I was like, King Vitamins, I'm gonna go with it, but
King Vitamins is cereal. If you're on Wake, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My sister used to be on Wake and used to get those and what was the other one? Kicks. Remember Kicks?
Hell yeah, I remember Kicks. I like Kicks too.
Kicks are horrible.
I love Kicks.
You got King Vitamins, which was good. It was like Captain Crunch without the fruity stuff.
Oh, that's not bad.
But I mean,
actually, you know what's weird about me is I actually like the non-fruity parts of Captain Crunch over the other.
So the little tan things in the Captain Crunch that comes in King Vitamins, they're dry and not sweet at all.
Oh, well that's boring.
But you eat like 3 bowls. Oh man, what? Amazing.
Yeah, the O's, I'm telling you, somebody
Booty O's?
No, not the booty O's. You need to try the O's. We need to try the O's.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they're...
And you gotta try my King Vitamins if you can find them.
That's fine.
I don't even think we're gonna find them on the West Coast.
I don't either. That's why I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, O's. Yeah.
But O's, I don't even know if they're in the East Coast, if they're a West Coast thing, anything. I just know that it's in a yellow box.
King Vitamins is too.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be something else. And then, yeah, they are like Cheerios kind of, but they're sweeter and they have like a cluster inside of the Cheerio. Yeah, oh, okay. So somebody looks like...
That sounds pretty legit right
somebody
there.
looks like they're into it now.
Okay. Like, what if cereals had beef though? Like these O's and King Vitamins met up in like Idaho somewhere, like on the East Coast and West Coast rivalry line. Hey, what's up, cuz? What state you claiming? You claiming General Mills or you claiming Malto Mill? What's the crack?
That reminds me of that movie Sausage Party, where they're all like, that movie was hilarious.
Y'all beefing with the douche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the taco and or the bun and the hot dog.
Uh-huh.
That was so uncomfortable. The lesbian taco.
Oh my gosh.
That was so funny. That movie, I think a lot of people hated that movie, but I personally enjoyed it.
It was funny.
I thought it was
It
good.
was funny.
But I like out of pocket stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the bath salt part.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad at it.
Shout out to Seth Rogen.
Shout out to Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And his annoying laugh. Oh my god, I fucking hate it.
Pineapple Express.
I hate it so much.
Yep.
All right, let's cut this episode.
Okay.
And we'll be back. I want to let you guys know that, first of all, thank you for subscribing and listening and all that stuff. I've been getting really good feedback.
Really good.
And now that you're talking in your mic correctly, no one has said anything. So that's pretty
you
cool.
can hear me, turn me up. I mean, deep old voice like that right over there.
And then I already almost have a solid booked guest list for Friday. I mean, for February.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
Sure.
You guys are going to meet a lot of people that I already know. You're going to meet a lot of people that you might know or have heard of.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really fun and dope. So I'm really excited to what's going to be coming.
Yeah. It's like the questions. If they have any questions, you can answer them.
I'll do my best to let you guys know. I'm still trying to figure this out, so just bear with me. It's like I got YouTubes to do. I have to tease things. I have to do all this other stuff. And because I worked in radio for so long and I produced so long, it's like I'm a perfectionist. So I'm trying my best not to be hard on myself, but at the same time, like just trying to get some shit done.
Yeah. But I'm helping her out. You always gotta have somebody who's gonna keep you grounded. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. He is helping me. I told him, like, I don't think I would have been able to get this actually done without him because I think a lot of people might find this hard to believe, but I doubt myself like a billion times a day. So I'm always like, nah, I shouldn't do this. This is stupid. Why do people want to hear anything I have to say? So it's crazy that, you know.
SpongeBob me.
Or he tickles me, and that's awful.
Speaking of tickle, I'm gonna
don't do it.
See when we go to the
I
podcast.
hate tickling. Like, you might as well punch me in my face. I'd rather take that than tickle. And let's start this off right quick.
What's up?
Shout out to hold on. Shout out to D-Rock Holland.
D-Rock!
So he came up with a really great idea that I really want to put in a segment into this show. People already hit me up often about problems they have, they need advice. I appreciate you guys. I am flattered that you guys think that I have answers to advice and things like that, and I'm always here to help anybody. But he told me, he was like, listen, you should pretty much ask people if they want advice, do a segment, take a little bit of time out of each show. Yeah. And if you have something in your life that you need advice with, whether it be significant other or getting a significant other or booty calls or whatever it might be, work, music, it doesn't matter. If you want my advice and whoever's on the podcast with me, so in this case, it'll probably be you, Will, because you're here all the time. If you want advice on something, I will keep it anonymous. Only I will know that you send it to me. No judgment on my behalf. But I will tell you like it is, and I will give you the best advice that I possibly can, and kind of talk about it on the show. Because there's one thing that I always remember, and it's if you're going through it, there's another person going through the same damn thing.
That's very true, and if not that, probably going through it even worse.
Yes.
You know, so I always got good advice for people, like don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah.
Just know 2 + 2 is 4.
Facts.
3 + 1 is 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is all really good shit.
Tie the left shoe before the right one because it's like good luck or something. Just little stuff like that.
100%. When you drop salt, you throw some over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Kick his ass, Seabass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't first, you're last. Shit like
Ricky
that.
Bobby.
You know what I mean? So I feel like if you want some advice, let's do it.
Seriously.
Send me a DM. And like I said, if you want your name to be put out there, I'll put it out there. If you don't, I always like to keep it anonymous because I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. And if you don't want your shit to be talked about, well, then you can DM me and tell me that. But if you don't tell me that, well, then it's an open playing field.
Sure.
But yeah, you can hit me up at JOLday87
And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my name today.
What?
Psych! Find me on her page. You feel me?
You got me
You
excited.
got an intro. I'm gonna hit you with the outro. All right, y'all. I gotta holla at y'all for the one time. Chicken noodle soup is always good with crackers. Tomato soup is good with grilled cheese. I'm gonna holla at you.
Peace.
Peace.
I hate you so fucking much.
I love my intros and outros. Oh man. That was a good one, baby.